Nobody's home yet. Buckle up and hang on. I got something in store for you. No, not these rods. Got, oh yeah, those two. We have, let me flip this camera around. We have them, put you on the chesty just so I can get both hands. You know me, I get both hands free to talk. So let me, oh boy, hang on. I lost my doohickey. All right, got a live video of an unboxing and shootout. This is a surprise unboxing for me. I didn't think anything was due coming in. So I'm gonna talk about stuff as I'm trying to get these open, and I mean, that's not a knife. This is a pair of scissors. They're actually Lexan scissors, if you guys don't know anything about that. These are cheap ones. They probably came off AliExpress. I can't remember, but they will cut you. Be careful. Lexan scissors. We got that one popped open. Now I've got the Volan, Rock and Roll, the Magic, but I didn't think any of them today based off the shipping stuff. Oh, there it is. Delicacy. Charles knows this one well. So this is the Delicacy. I'm hoping the other one's the Volan, because the other one, I'll be honest, I'm not as impressed with it in the pics, but it may end up being the best rod I like. A lot of times that'll happen to me. So the Delicacy, I'm going to try to get it out here, and we're going to try to maybe do a little casting shootout between these two, depending. Oh yeah, that's right. This one comes with two tips, and then they are separated. Very cheap thing, but it's effective. It works. They're separate, three separate compartments. So we're going to try to get whatever tip out here that we have here. Okay, that's the light tip. I'll try to show you guys. See that bend? Which that's what me and Charles end up using on these light ultralights for most of our fishing, other than once we hit the little creeks and streams. And that's probably where a lot of you guys maybe only hit, or targeting the smaller bodies of water. You guys seen my big bass. You know when I hit the bigger bodies that, I mean, you can catch them with these, but in my mind it's just as fun, or I don't know, I like, oh look at that tip. Oh boy. Now I need to go get the need to compare that again to the Zephyr, but I thought the Zephyr was a touch lighter, but I don't know. The more I flex that, I think that may be top dog. But anyway, you guys are in luck, because I've got the trout magnet out here. I've got 2 pound test on the Black Knight that likes to suck it right up inside itself, but we're gonna do a cast test. And then we don't really need, you remember the CU double and well, I got that video out there where I cast out there, and actually I think the CU double did get further, but I took this rod, the Toma, and I actually got as far or further with, so yeah, anyway, gonna take a look at this, the Delicacy rod. Now, if you remember right, I had that other one that was definitely not quite made as well. The Sirlangalang, whatever. It was definitely not quite the same quality. I'm wondering if this is the same quality as the one Charles has. I'll have to compare mine to Charles's, but you guys see that little funky thing. It looks good, it's made good, but that is a little bitty. You know me, that'll come off just like on these. I'll put regular cork on it if I like it. So let's stick the ultralight tip on it first. Just to get, let me line it up. Just to get a look and a feel. And it actually feels pretty good. It's not really whippy. It's like, it kind of starts to, but then it's got a good backbone right in here before you get, like, so I think it's gonna cast. And this is let's read the specs on it. Can you guys make out the specs? So yeah, it's a 6-foot rod, line weight 2 to 6 pound, lure 0.6 to 8 grams or 0.8. So on this tip, it's telling us that almost half a gram. So that trout magnet should be no problemo. And this is one the real test is getting ready to do he's going to do a review on it, I believe. That's when he tested. I think he had the clamber on it, didn't he? Anyway, before he was doing whatever he was doing, Charles was fishing with these and loving them. So we're going to give it a shot. But Charles fishes with this tip. Charles does not like ultralight fishing. Charles, who I introduced into BFS, was big time fishing with lighter gear, but he was kind of more of the, you know, just lightweight stuff with staying regular gear, kind of like I started out in. I was more advanced, but he has actually more of a use for the ultralight stuff than I do, but he only does that in like small creeks and streams. When we're out bass fishing, all right, let me lay this out of the way. We got one down. These things feel heavy, but that's that tube that makes all the weight. We have one to go. And wait a minute, I saw a comment. Somebody's watching already. Hello? What is that name? Catch a cow? Hello. Did you catch a cow? Hang on, let me check. Okay, hopefully you guys, I forgot to do that. This stupid phone, I got a new one I'm going to be getting. It automatically connects me to the house Wi-Fi, like as soon as I get within range, and I don't like that. I can't figure out how to shut it off. But anyway, then I got to remind myself to shut it off. Because it's worse. Our house stuff sucks. It's not Google whatever, fiber, none of that. I don't know what it is, but it's ridiculously horrible. I mean, if you guys have kids and you always hear, oh, it's lagging when they're playing their video games, I mean, that's what the kids are always screaming around here. And they're doing their little, ooh, there she is. There she isn't. 6'2". I don't know which one that is. But hang on, we're gonna find out. Let me peek in there. Nothing else in there. Nobody gives gifts with fishing. Oh wow, look at that color. Where'd that color come from? That jumped out and surprised me. I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, what? All right, I don't even remember which one this is. Oh my goodness, which one did I order? Is this something I didn't even think I ordered? I didn't even think I needed, but somebody thought I did. Now this one's kind of different. It's just two compartments, so they did stick both tips together, and I do not remember ordering some kind of crazy bright orange tip. That looks like oh boy, what did I get? What did you get, Hicklin? What did AliExpress talk you into? These do not look well made. I don't know which rod this is. I hope this isn't the other Mavlos. Which rod? Oh boy. Yep, that's the other Mavlos. So they both came together. That actually feels good. Look at that. Is that real cork? I can't tell just by glancing. I'm going to say fake. By looking right in there. I'm going to say fake cork, but it's probably just a good quality, kind of like the Dragon, but that looks very real. I don't know. We'll have to check that, and I'll let you guys know. This is nice. Soft touch. You guys read that? Fishing rod. Awesome. That's the name of it. Fishing rod. See that? 6 foot, 2-piece ultralight. Okay, you done told us that. 2 to 5 pound. Lure 0.8 to 5. And I guess that's just on the ultralight tip, maybe. You guys see the flex in the... It actually does not look... I thought this was the one... This is the one that comes like... There's a spinning version, has like the cutout golden reel seat looking thing. That is not really... See how high that sets up? I mean, that kind of gets out of your way, but not really. Like, I think they missed the point. It's right on top. Let's check. I notice now you got to start checking this kind of stuff. Make sure it's centered right or close enough. Let's put a tip on it. I can't tell by looking at these. They just like threw this one in. It's like a different color wrap, so they don't even match. You know, the rod has, you can see this color. I mean, that style, it's a crazy wrap, but it does match this tip that then gets to this crazy hopefully, yeah, it probably is end up being glow in the dark or something. Looks like a catfishing tip. But then this other tip is like a whole different threads. What is up with that? Oh well, we'll find out. I guess let's do a little test. I couldn't tell right off the bat which one is. It's almost like they're the same exact tip. They just colored them differently. Call them one ultralight. Let's see. Are you kidding me? I would almost swear that those two tips are identical. They got the same flex. If anything, that's a touch softer. But I mean just by a hair. So we're going to call this one the ultralight. It does match up. Looks better. Let me get them lined up. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 eyes, 6 foot. That's actually not bad. This does feel like a little flimsier rod than the. Let's check it now. So we got 2 Mavlos rods, which that one doesn't even know. I don't know why it had the Mavlos name. I don't even know if this is actually a Mavlos rod. It says on it is, but if you guys look, I mean, the Mavlos Delicacy has Mavlos on it. This one just says fishing rod. It does not specify anywhere on this rod or that thing it came in, Mavlos. But it was in the thing with the Mavlos. So let's check, since we're comparing these 2 rods. I can already tell you right now just how many guides they have and how they're made. The Mavlos Delicacy is definitely just feels and I think is the better made rod. Let me bend this up a little bit. It just has that, whoa, stop touching, quit it. It just has a little better, this has a cheaper feel quality to it. But I actually like that reel seat better, just the design. It's just, I don't even think it says nothing. No, it's just black, nothing there. All right, what do you guys say we have a little shootout? I mean, I'm already all fired up just to, let's just do it. This does not match up with any of these. That's one thing I was finding out. Okay, before the shootout, let's just talk real quick. Let's recap. We got the sale coming up 11/11. I'm still going to get another one of these. But so far, and then you guys have seen, I was just going to give you a rundown on another rod I also recommend. If you've never used, or any Tettons in general, but if you've never had the 662 or 1, I still recommend to get one of these. I know it's only rated, like it goes 2 to 10 grams. It'll actually go, I mean, 2's probably right, but it will throw like a 1.5 in a pinch. It'll go down lower in a pinch, but it'll go over 10, and it's like a for sure good solid working rod. But I was going to tell you guys and show you like the rods, and this isn't all of them, this is all I kind of have with me right at the moment, but I added a handle, balanced this, you guys have seen that. I did the same thing as far as I just added a handle to the Toma, but I didn't try to go through the process of balancing this. And over the rods we're seeing and filling and all that kind of stuff, and that's the light tip. There's the one I did on the Tatula rod I already own, but I put that bigger handle on it. Caught a big bass yesterday with this. Caught a little one the day before, and that's the only thing I caught. This rod right here, see this thing? Look how whippy that is. This rod I cannot recommend. I know it's one of the coolest looking ones. Once you track it down, you're like, oh man, that thing just looks cool. That rod was a letdown for me. It's got the eyes, they're put on real good, real small. If you guys remember right, this is the one that was out of whack. I actually had to cut that so this doesn't stay, but luckily that's lined up right, and when you tighten the rod down, it does stay in place. But before I had that cut, this was always at an angle, and it turned your reel off to where the line, you know, when you reeled in the line, it would have thrown it off whack. Anyway, so that was an issue. And then it was a 6'6". It was just way too whippy. It's a 5'6" now that I shortened it, and it's still too whippy for me. Now, if you're wanting a rod that you don't mind, that you like a whippy feel, you may have to do a little modification to get it to work for you. This rod's not bad, but they also make an updated one, I feel anyway. It's got a little longer, the handle's a little different, it lets you grip a little better. Also, I may share you guys that info. If somebody's really liking this one, I'd recommend the other one. Get out of here. And I'd recommend a shorter, get the shortest, you know, 6'6" is not good for that rod because it's so whippy. So anyway, that's just a quick overall rundown. Now I may go grab a light tip, or I may compare one of these to something else, but we're just going to see right now how well the delicacy that I've been talking pretty good about. But if you remember, me and Charles are we plan on using with the, that thing turns kind of tight, which I guess that may be a good thing, so it's not going to come loose. Almost feels like there's some kind of, I don't know, like some kind of rubber grommet or something somewhere holding it, O-ring. Okay, so anyway, is that all the way on? I think that's all the way on. Yeah, I can already tell you just by, if you like a big handle, you won't like this rod. If you're like me and can change it yourself, then you won't have an issue. But if you do, the other rod, we'll see how it casts, but it may be the better choice for you, even though it's cheaper kind of overall looking, if it functions right, and it's not that much money for two. But the two tips, the other tip is definitely not as soft as this tip. So it'd be more if you were wanting a medium, or not a medium, I'm sorry, a light. If you're looking for a good, like, light action rod. Actually, if I don't like that rod, Charles may love that rod. He may want to buy it. Whoa, look out what happened. Look how soft that is. Can you guys make that out? That is borderline. I mean, it's right there with the Zephyr, but the Zephyr's only 5'6". This is 6 foot. Therefore, I would say that this little bait will cast further. And I'm using a little snap. You guys see me weigh it. It still weighs a gram with it. That's a littlest snap you can get off AliExpress, as far as I know. It's very hard to tie, to find the, oh my God. Get over here. You get it with 2-pound test, it's game over. I know, every time I do it, if I was recording this, I would have already just tied it first time. But when I do like a live thing, everything that can go wrong, trust me, it goes wrong. That little crazy car going by, buzzing. I'm surprised somebody's not out here deciding to cut their grass. All right, what did I do with them scissors? What do you guys say? Let's see how to cast. Now I got the brakes all the way up. I was out, you guys will see the video. I was fishing crazy wind yesterday, and I did have to turn the brakes all the way up on this Black Knight 2 just to be able, because I was turning and casting into the wind every once in a while, and the brakes set 4 back like I like them. It was not working. We got a good day though. There's no wind. I wish I had more time, but anyway, if you guys remember right, those of you just tuning in, this on the CU double, I believe it was, we went like 2 foot into the street, which is just over 50 feet. So we're gonna buckle up and hang on and try to cast this thing. Whoa. I don't know if that, I got it. Sometimes it takes a time or two to get the feel of how fast that thing shoots down. Get off their leaf. Somebody needs to come out with a leaf blower. I should have got that guy the other day. I don't even remember which house it was. Go knock on his door and say, hey, come over and blow my leaves off. Now it's wanting to backlash. I don't know if that's me or what. So I'm just going to go, we're going full brakes until I get the feel of it. A lot of times you just full brake it until you get the feel of a bait when they're real light and you're, you know. But so far we're not getting any kind of distance like we were with the, CU double. Now there we did, we almost hit the street. Sometimes a rod casts different ways. You know, there's a different release point to how whippy it is. This is definitely whippier than the CU double. Sometimes I believe that a too whippy though can, if your line's coming through the holes and the holes are doing this, that it slows you down. You may not realize it with heavier baits, but when you get to these lightweight baits, I think that's what happened with the, okay, where did it go? I pulled it out of the hole. We hit the hole. But I think that's what kind of happens with that 5'6" Zephyr. It's shorter, so it's going to struggle, you know, with what a 6-foot one will do that's also close to his light. But I think once you get a tip that is too freaking whippy, that in the casting, here, let me try to show you. I'm going to try to show you, I'm going to do like a mock casting thing. So like you cast, and that, you know, just that whippy whip a few times is enough to slow, oh my God, get out of there, is enough to slow that little 1 gram bait down. What in the world did I do? Let's try this again. Come on. I think I was trying too hard. Where'd that go? I can't see it yet. Okay, so it is not going quite into the crack. So I'm guessing that this rod, although it be a good rod for the lightweight stuff, I may need to throw it just softer. Well, I can't throw it softer because the son of a bee keeps backlashing, even with the deal turned all the way up. And then this happens. See, I'm going to show you guys. Did I have that? Well, I can't even figure out how to get the freaking thing off now. Which way does that go? Told you guys. Live video. Yeah, look at that line. Goes right inside there. 2 pound for sure. I had somebody, they were saying 6 pound. Now, I don't know about 6 pound, but 2 pound jumps right in there and says, hey, look, brake magnets. So I got the brakes cranked all the way up. Let's try this again. Maybe I'm throwing too hard. Maybe this thing is whippy enough I don't have to give it a hard zing. I can just cast. I'm just going to do a normal cast if I was like, you know. And we're like a few feet from that crack out in the street. We're going to where it's fishable, but it's not nowhere near as far as what it should be going. Have I already worn out my Black Knight 2? That's just ridiculous. Did I go through the eyes right? I'm through the eyes right. Are there too many freaking eyes on this rod? It is right there from hitting the crack. It's probably 4 foot from the CU double. All right. Okay, I think I got my rhythm down, so I'm going to come back off the brakes. Let's try it again. I've got a jaw guard. I'm not going to cast that far, but in case I did, I hate to smack somebody with the 1 gram trout magnet. Okay, where'd that land? Okay, we're getting better, but I'm still, I don't know why, I'm still backlashing. You guys hear that? Now we went in this side. That's the first time I've had it happen, but I got to pull when that happens, you got to pull the spool all the way out. Do you guys see that? All the way out, all the way back in. Pull your line through. Yeah, definitely. I see where you guys are frustrated. Now, I fished yesterday. I had some backlashes. It was so windy, but I was using 10-pound braid, and this kind of stuff was never an issue. I wasn't throwing 1 gram trout magnets or using 2-pound line. I was throwing more like a 5 gram cranks, 4 to, you know, like 4 gram or so. And I did have some backlashes in the crazy wind, but there was no issues like that. All right, we'll go a couple clicks tighter. It's almost like these brakes have gotten weaker. All right, I'm coming one back. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we're going to get this thing to go at least to the street. And I can't tell if it's me. It's getting dark. We're just going to switch this to the other rod and try it, because I'm just guessing that the delicacy is not capable of casting. I think it's just the whippiness in them. The Zephyr didn't either, and that surprised me. I thought the Zephyr, I guess when you get too whippy, like I mentioned, I think that's what's going on. The actual guides going back and forth with that line hitting it actually can slow down a cast. And I think that's what's going on here. I would almost swear to it, but I'm not a scientist. All right, I'm going to get this backlash out, and we're going to switch rods. So, I mean, it casts it good. That's a fishable distance. And I've also talked about, I'm going to add different brakes to this. I'm going to try to add magnets to help this thing out. It doesn't bother me, but for you guys, that way you guys will know that are going this crazy lightweight. Because if I was going this crazy lightweight and light line, I would not actually probably recommend this one. I would get this one when it's got the right spool, or I would actually get the clamber probably over all of them, because I can't knock the clamber out of the trouble-free reel that I got that have had no issues with. That's the clamber. Not enough grease, 0.5 gram heavier spool. What else? There's something else. The Xinghe Lingle. Oh, there's something else. This thing, oh, and it can, like the line does kind of start to get caught on this 2-pound. There's no way to get the 2-pound test caught on the clamber. It is super smooth. Now, this does have good spool bearings. The stock ones, they are good. All right, let's try this thing out. Let's just so we'll know what she can do. Wow, it's going to turn a long ways. So honestly, as of right now, I'm still, for trouble-free reels, the fish bands still have it. I don't know about the GH100, because I know my Phantom, but it wasn't an actual fish band. But my Phantom reel had crazy gappage. But the GH100, the PW, I still recommend the PW100 is also a good one to get. It took 2 years before my anti-reverse started showing any signs of problems, but you can get them on AliExpress. I just haven't done it yet. So probably like 10 or 15 bucks will fix that. And I mean, if any reel, if I only spend, 10 or 15 bucks every 2 or 3 years for one little problem, that wouldn't really bother me. I mean, I shouldn't have to, but it should last probably 5 years, 5 to 8. Just depends on how you use them, which I never do clean any of my stuff, but my other ones don't seem to give me a problem anyway. All right, give me that stupid trout magnet. I didn't even throw any of this stuff. I may rig these back up. How long is this video so far? Oh my God, we're at a half hour. Anyway, I wanted to get these tested and figured out, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably put together, whoa, where'd you guys go? I'm going to put together another, and I may just do it live. I'll come and give you the complete rundown on each reel, do a little short, try to keep it a short, like 10-minute video with each one and the clamber and what I got, going with each one, which, rods I'd recommend them for and all that kind of stuff. But until I still have several rods coming, 2 or 3, I think. But I was like, I'm tired of waiting around. I just want to kind of compare them overall, and I'll have be able to tell you guys by probably Wednesday or Thursday, the day of the little sale going on. And there'll be other sales, trust me. And then I'm probably going to put together, you guys comment below if you want to see my take on maybe what I wouldn't, what I'm not 100% buying, but I wouldn't mind buying from Tackle Warehouse when they do their little Black Friday sale they'll be having. All right, let's try this rod. This rod actually feels like lighter. I don't know why. It's still a touch tip heavy, but it doesn't feel real heavy. Can you guys see? Let's go with this guy. That is a little too far down. This one feels a lot stiffer. Am I letting it? I guess I'm letting this thing hit the ground before I stop it. Because I never had this issue before. And I don't know if it's just that it's that dark. I swear I'm timing it where it should be stopping. Look at that freaking backlash issue. Once you are dealing with freaking, it tied itself in a knot right here. Somehow. How did you do that? You stupid 2-pound test. Never fish with 2-pound test line. And I was kind of trying to do these tests to match my findings up with the real test, but like Jay and a few other people's commented, like, use stuff that like the majority of the guys use. So at this point in time, you guys comment to me. I use 10-pound braid. Charles, he's actually said he just gets the 15-pound Hercules and calls it a day. Because I've said this before, 10-pound braid and 15-pound braid for the baits I throw, like, the lightest I'll go is 2 grams up to whatever normal size. Like, I can't tell a difference in casting performance from 10 to 15-pound braid. You take, say, 4-gram bait or heavier, I can't really, out on the water fishing, just once you're used to it and you're getting accurate, if it's a foot shorter, I don't know, but I don't really have an issue with that. So we're going all the way up with the brakes. Let's try this again. Okay, I don't know. I'm wondering if my brakes have gone haywire. How I was out here casting before with this rod or reel on different rods. Let's go there. There's where I've always said, let's try it again. 4. 1, 2. Unless something's gotten janky in here, moved a little bit, or spring ain't working right, or who knows what. Definitely backlash, but same thing. I can hit the crack barely, but I can't. Let's go 2 tighter. Now, I was with the CU double. Could have swore I was at that setting and didn't have to mess with it. I don't know. Did I eat my Wheaties today? I got too much power. We're gonna get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get a good cast. We hit the street and we backlash, so. Uh-oh. Ooh, is this for me? Is this for me? Oh boy, it's probably not. UPS guy. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Well, I don't know. Let's go all the way tight again. Maybe, have I messed with this? Wait a minute, what's going on here? I still got line tangled up for one thing. Hang on, something. Now it's gonna be in a knot at my feet. Hang on, boys and girls. I know this is gonna knot up at my feet. Yep. All right. That's my fishing rod. That's another one right there. Thank you.
All right, now have a good one.
Look at that. We got another one. We had surprise unboxings and a real surprise. Okay, enough of that for right this second. Let's get to it. Let's get to the, I don't even know which one this one is. Hopefully this is the one I've been waiting for, the Mac Daddy of them all. That'll put all my fishing worries at rest. You guys ever had that happen? Live unboxing and then the guy shows up like, hey, here it is. We've been waiting on you. Where have you been? This isn't a knife, but it does a pretty good job at opening stuff, doesn't it? All right. Uh-oh, we gotta get the sides. Are you look at this. They wrapped the tube in a box. Now I gotta get the, oh my goodness. Get that out of the way. Cardboard tube wrapped inside a box. The unboxings around here never end, guys. They never end. Just stick around. Somebody else, at least it wasn't a crazy FedEx guy. You guys know who you are. If you're a FedEx driver, don't even act like you don't know how nuts you are. I've only known a few FedEx drivers, you know, personally, nuts. Crazier than a pet coon. I know you guys have heard that saying. All right, this better be the one. I'm feeling let down. I don't know if I'm let down. I think I'm more let down by the Black Knight than I am them rods. I think the rods may be fine. What in the world is this? This is not it either. Look at that. You see what that is? That all my hopes and dreams going down the tubes. That's what that is. What rod? Oh, this is it. Well, this is one of them. I was hoping for the surprise rod to be my big rod that I've been waiting for, but this is the one. Oh my God, hopefully you can save the day. This is the Volan Rock and Roll. What is that? There's something square right there. It's probably a tag on the rod. It's a nice little rod bag. Look at that, small game specific rods, 5.62 length, 5.6, 1 to 8 grams, 2 to 6 pound test. I don't know if you guys read any of that, but this is actually not a bad little cover. It's better than the other ones, which I'm throwing on the ground like they're junk, but they're really not that bad. Okay, let's take a look at this one. I've still got a little bit of light here. That is fake cork too. I never really paid attention to Charles's. But this just has a cleaner look. And if you notice, the whole rod, how it's got the colors that go, and the tip is a lot softer. You guys see that tip flex? Than the that pink one that I bought. Now, pink one's only like $24. This one was $40. So anyway, let's put this thing together and see what we got here. Let me cut this off with my handy dandy scissors. Obsession. Yeah. We got you. You're obsessed. All right. You know me. I don't wait around. For those of you guys, I got to get the feel of what it's going to feel like right off the bat. We just peel this stuff right off. Get it out of the way. I believe they're all doing this. They put, this is real cork. No, that's fake too, maybe. I don't know how good. They make it look so real. It almost, unless you really zoom in on the pics, which I got crazy and ordered so many different things. It takes you to get it in person. A lot of times wear it down a little bit. But if you guys watched my last video, Charles the Dragon, which I never even paid attention to, but this for sure, see that? And look at these goofballs. You don't know what you're getting until you order it, but if you guys can make that out, there's a clear line where this was put together. This looks awesome. See that? At the freaking bottom of the, oh man, these morons. I'm gonna actually wiggle that. If I can break that loose like I did and I replaced the hand, I won't worry about replacing it like I did on this. because actually that's not bad. Or I may even replace, you never know about me. But if I can wiggle that loose, I'm gonna actually turn that on the bottom side, just so when I'm grabbing it and fishing, I don't see that janky looking crap. You guys see that? It's ridiculous. All right, anyway, we got a chance to redeem ourselves. I actually don't mind. This rod feels good. I just don't know what's going on with that freaking whatchamacallit. I mean, this is a good usable rod that I probably will keep around. I'll probably put that other tip on it. No, I don't know. This tip did match. No, but this freaking white looks ridiculous at the tip. It just does. I don't care who you are. It looks ridiculous. All right, let's go. I want to show you guys what it looks like when you put it on there. Because this is my intended, not this one. I didn't peel it off this one, did I? No, I didn't. Why didn't I do? Oh, I got too excited. I had two rods. Oh well, too late. You'll come off later. Here is what I intended to. Let me get you guys down here. To use for the small creeks, streams, the little fish. I'll probably still use it on regular, the smaller lakes, ponds, pits, stuff like that. But look at that. Get a good shot of that. That just, like, it goes together. I like that thumb high. That just feels good. Palm's good. It's kind of got a taller, that's actually kind of taller. So if you have a bigger rod, it may not feel as good, but like with that little reel or bigger reel, may not, but that just feels real good. And I like that. That looks good. It has a good look, feel. Man, come on, please cast worth a darn. Let's go. Let's go. And it's rock and roll. You guys see that? Rock and roll, small game specific rods. Fast, light. 1 to 8 grams. R&R, baby. Not rest and relaxation. Rock and roll. I know you guys could see me now taking some kind of purple haze color, playing a Jimi Hendrix song, catching all kinds of fish on this thing. Which I kind of gave you first impressions on the one Charles has. But I will admit I'm let down by that right there. Just not being turned. I'm actually hoping they didn't glue it that great, because trust me, I'm not going to try it now, but at some point I'm going to wiggle that and try to free it up enough to pull it out, re-glue it the right way. Or I do like this overall. I may, just so I can give myself a thicker grippy feel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now I won't put a handle this long, but I'll take one of them and I'll cut it down so it'll feel thicker. This is a thicker even down there. So I could cut it off. I could actually lengthen it just a hair or the same distance. And then you would actually have that. See that? The way that's made matches more with that anyway than that just, that doesn't mean anything to me. So I don't know. I got options. And that part don't bother me. What I can't do is, at the moment anyway, I haven't taught myself enough, is to change out tips and all that kind of stuff. So as long as they look good down here and got the eyes where they need to be, I'm actually liking them more now. I wish the Toma was a little better made there, because I can't do any of that, which I may learn on the Toma rod, because I do like the rod overall. I just don't like the tips. I mean, it works fine. It just doesn't look as cool as some of the others. But it's like a monster. It's like those eyes aren't gonna give you any issues because they're huge honking monsters. All right, come on, just tie this on. Let's get a cast in before it gets dark and just see where we're at. I didn't run you guys down there. You just have to take my word for it. Right at the edge of the street, so probably 4 foot shy of the CU double is where I could barely muster And maybe I'm just trying too hard tonight. I don't know. A lot of times it's best to do casting tests and comparisons like of everything right at the same time. But anyway, we're going to jump to this thing. Just take another gander at that. Oh my goodness. I hope the lighting, you guys probably can't see it as well as what it looks. But it just goes together perfect. Like it's a touch flashy, but it's also classy. Did you guys get that? Like and it's just awesome. And it's inexpensive. You got 40, 80. You got a $120 combo that if you didn't know about AliExpress and saw somebody fishing with one of these, you'd swear it's like a $400 to $800 setup. Right? Am I right? Sure I'm right. All right, let's go. Let's go. Why am I... Oh, I let it hit the ground. It's going to go inside. Of course it's going to go. Of course, it's a 2-pound test. It's going to do everything you don't want it to do. It's going to get inside the spool. Oh boy. Oh, yo, man, oh boy. Yeah. But as you guys can see, I'm getting them out. But I'm telling you, convert to braid. Whatever the equivalent, like say if you were a 2-pound guy, you like 2-pound test. I think I got a knot right there. I felt it. That won't help any. I would still go up in diameter, get something that won't catch, and then use well, the brakes are all the way up. Let me try my release different. Okay. Maybe this trap magnet don't weigh what it did. Where'd it go? I lost it. It's not casting that good. Okay, let's go back. There's where I was set when I was casting that CU double, and we hit the road by a few feet. Nope, I don't know why. This reel is all 3 of these rods. This is 5'6". Those others are 6-foot ultralights, and both different, way different overall action and feel, but still getting roughly the same results. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm throwing too hard. If it's too dead out here. I mean, there's a slight, I see occasional little leaf blow, but it's not. I can't hit that street. Can't hit that street for the life of me. But I like this combo, and it's fishable. All right, I'm gonna make a cast and we'll go show you. I don't know where it went. You guys will see it when I see it. How I find it, it's so small and my eyes are so old that I just come out here and I look for it, and then I just start reeling and I look for something to move. I'm doing a live video. What are you doing? Hang on. Did you guys see it yet? Oh, it's right here. So it didn't, it's just a few feet. Right out here is the record. About 2 foot into that street, and we're coming out in here, and I did manage to get one of them to hit out there. What'd you say? I got kids. What are we eating? Your boogers. I got time for this. Yeah, I know, they're in their teens. You can't tell that. Like, that's something you tell a little 2-year-old. Eat your boogers. We're about done, boys and girls. Where'd that one go? Same thing, same deal. A couple feet from that last little crack in the road. Oh boy, we almost hit it. All right. I think it's just me. I think I'm too excited. Let's go. Yeah, I'm almost hitting the street. Almost. Not quite. I'm going to show you that one. Hopefully, where did it go? This one, and then we're out of here. We'll do a final wrap up. I didn't buy these to fish trout magnets anyway. My little creek and stream stuff. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, same thing. Not great. Okay, let's throw real quick before I get out of here. I may need to weigh that thing. It may have actually lost a little bit and could be part of the issue. I know last time I weighed it, it was fine. I know this little dude's lost weight. It's only like 1.3. But let's just cast it and see what it does. I got to get something that hits that road. Oh my goodness. Something's got to hit that road tonight. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know. You guys probably didn't see it. We hit the road by about a foot. Now, if this is going to work good, I should be able to hit that road easily by like middle of the road. Okay. Had a touch of a backlash. Could have been me not stopping it. Who knows? I'm going to go one click tighter, reel it in. Give it one hard fling-a-ding-ding. Show you guys where the 1.3, 4, whatever, where it goes. And it bounces back. Like, this is weird. It hits, and then it comes back bouncing like the line pulls it. And I guess that's what's happening. If it was hitting water, it'd stay, but that line will pull it. Yeah, the line pulled it back by like a couple of feet. All right. Let's try that. If one ever sticks, I'm going to walk you guys down there and show you how far out in the street you get with the 1 point, well, we'll call it 1.5 still. Like every cast. There we go, one stuck. I was getting this far every cast, but like it would hit and literally bounce back to the crack. Now hopefully you guys can see way out there. All right, I'm moving it and I'll let go of the spool. See way out here. Right there, you guys see that? See it moving now? I'm pulling it. So that's how far out. And the difference in, and really not even, if that trout magnet still weighs 1 gram, this weighs 1.3, like 0.3 gram weight and different bait, the difference it makes. And this is definitely the lightest thing I throw out there playing around on the little small creeks and streams. That little dude with an actual hook, which makes it weigh more, and you can just zing it. And then this is going to be perfect for that. That's like close to 60 feet probably. So with that hook, the one that's not all chewed up, I guarantee you I should be able to hit, you know, from where we're at to the other side of the street. No problem. All right, guys, I got a phone call. I'm out of here. Hopefully you like this, that combo. I like it. It's, I don't know. I was struggling with the trout magnet tonight for some reason, but I like it for what it's going to be intended for, the small creeks and streams. Just that deal right there. Look forward to probably tomorrow night, all through this week up until the sale. I'm going to be doing some little live things. I'm done test casting. It's going to be cold tomorrow. I just want to get out here today, and I'm glad I did. I got all 3 rods. I got a rough test with them. I should have thrown that 1.5 with these others. Definitely this I like over this, even though you get 2 tips. I like this rod. This is just an awesome, and I knew from when I used Charles's and just how it looks and what it'll do. You know, I know it's not 2 tips and it is a true ultralight, but with this reel as a combo I planned on putting together, it's going to work awesome. The delicacy, I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I just knew I wanted one for the price. You can get the delicacy and the 2 tips. And like I said, I am going to use it because I don't need any more creek and stream, none of that. I got the Casking Zephyr and that Volan. So if I use this, I'll use it for something with that regular tip on it, the light tip. I'll probably put a cork handle, probably that black handle. You may actually see me do that the next time. This one will be simple. You just cut that foam off. That black cork is, or the black little ends on that cork piece. I've got a few of those. I'm gonna slide that on. That's a nice little combo. It's got the red on it to where you could, any of your black and red reels would go with this, but then it changes to green at the end of it. But on this, on my tip, it's just right here. It's like this, that eye, the connection, and that, then it's black all the way the rest of the way. Just solid black. So it's just that little bit. And I'll be honest, if a guy really wanted to, you could take a Sharpie, a black Sharpie, and just cover that green and hide it for however long. You'd have a solid black with just the red, you know, a little bit of gold and the red little internal, I don't know, accent piece. I'm not sure what they call that. I like the reel seat as far as for comfort. And it's definitely, it still isn't a real fancy. I call the CU Double still like the fanciest one I've used so far. But it's a clean, like this stuff is just real. It's a good reel seat like I like. It's just a clean look. I don't know why they chose those crazy, I guess just to give it a little extra standout. The eyes are actually, they're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only got 7 eyes. Let me check the length on this. It's supposed to be 6 foot. Yeah, I guess it's as tall as I am. But it doesn't really need any more. It's a little bit stouter rod. So for the money, it's hard to beat that rod. With, you know, 2 tips, and it works. I guess I should re-show you guys the Toma real quick, because that's a Delicacy. You can kind of compare the CU Double, the Toma, and the Delicacy, because they're one of the few ones out there that you could buy 2 tips and they're pretty reasonably priced. But this rod, I would say, actually, yeah, I think yeah, see, it's shorter. It's the same length, but where you put the triggers together, you got like a butt down here. And so up at the top, there's almost a whole eye length of, if you guys can see that, different lengths. So the Toma, in a sense, is going to cast and work like a longer rod. That's what I was talking about. This was so short, I've actually extended it a little bit to where it's actually longer than 6 foot. So it casts kind of like a little bit longer than a normal 6 foot rod, more like close to 6'3", really, to where this, or 1, 2, 3, to where this is a true, like, almost like a regular 6 foot rod would. But it's just a little stiffer overall. So this should throw a touch lighter with the light tip. This should stiffen up. And if you remember right, this one's even a touch, I believe, lighter than the CU Double. So this is probably close to the CU Double with that tip anyway. And then this one, let me get it going just to check it. And then we're out, really. Seriously, we're checking the light tips compared to the ultralight. I hope this may have been the one that was considered ultralight. I don't think so, though. I don't know. Wow. If it doesn't break, I may end up snapping it right here. This actually feels good. It feels like this would make a good crankbait rod. I want to say, I didn't bring the CU Double out here, but I want to say it's a little, almost whippier than the CU Double. Like this would make a very good small crankbait rod. I actually like that feel. I didn't know I needed one or wanted one, but that's probably what I'd use that for. I just like that feel better I don't know why, than I did with the other tip. Let me check that again. Let me see. No, either one really. Yeah, I think this one though, just it goes quicker. But either one of these, this would be even a lighter bit little thing for. I don't call this light enough though, really, for me to take to a creek or stream. It's that tip is not truly ultralight on the Mavlos one. So I actually think Charles would like this. I have to show it to him. I don't know if he really wanted it. I guess I'd take whatever I gave for it, because I don't really need another rod, but it definitely looks pretty clean. We got to have this off before we get out of here. How much time we spent? Oh, we're over an hour. We're going good. Yep, looks sick with the Black Knight. Yeah, Jay wants me to switch to 10-pound test braid. Yeah, well, I thought, and I guess maybe part of an issue with the trout magnet, it's just so light, but generally I thought I throw like a 16th ounce jig, or say a 2-gram bait roughly. I don't know, I feel like they go better than a 2-gram crank, but I guess I could be mistaken. I'm getting this off and then I'm out of here, seriously. You got to feel the new on it. I can't be feeling no old plastic. Yeah, I think that's definitely also by feeling it, kind of, yeah, soft. Let me feel this. Yep, that's I don't know how they managed that. They made that. Do you see how they added the different thing? Like there's that, and then they gave it like a side profile shot, which is actually, that's, yeah, I guess you could tell that's not normal. But anyway, fake cork still looks good. Soft touch though, I like that soft touch. I think they got the reel seat lined up properly. It looks like it's all right. I guess I haven't been checking none of these for true like backbone. Hard to do, but you can kind of get an idea. Yeah, actually, if just by the feel in my hand here, I would say this one is on the, with that tip is on the right backbone. I guess I should check that on my one that I'm really liking here to make sure that they've done it, or doesn't matter. Yeah, it feels good. I don't know how. Whoa! Look out, you'll get a hook in your eye. That doesn't feel bad either. Let's check. Did I ever check this rod? Yeah, I think I did check the Toma. The Toma feels off. It feels a little off this way and a little off this way. Like they missed it by a little bit. So as soon as you start fighting a fish, it's probably going to want to kink one way, which is not, I don't know, doesn't matter to me hugely, but some people it matters to. No, the delicacy is the same way. Really? Jumps around. So what's funny is this one that feels cheaper made actually feels like it's better right there where it should be on that tip. Let me check the other tip. What?
Where's the mom?
I don't know. What time is it?
Like 5.
Okay, well, just maybe I had to work late. What do you want to do for dinner anyway? You want to say hi to the folks at home? What are you ringing the bell for? Trying to get hold of your mom? We got a Ring doorbell. She's trying to call her mom through the Ring doorbell. Now this tip, this tip's a little off. Where's your phone?
At the freaking school.
Oh my God! You want to say hi to folks at home?
No, I don't.
Oh, hello. That's Vanessa.
It's not.
With a V. Hi, Vanessa.
Probably just have my toes in there.
So?
What if they have a toe fetish?
I don't know.
Oh.
The big problem with trout. Oh, I already read that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Over an hour. Wasted everybody's time casting baits. Okay, real quick. Yeah, hang on. Give me a minute. I'm in the middle of a live video. I cannot do it yet. All right, we're throwing a regular bait. That is normally what I'm out throwing for crappie. Now, not at the... Now, that's kind of a load, but we're going to see if this will take it and see. We're actually going to see if this little 5'6" ultralight can zing this thing. I hope it don't break. Don't break. All the way across the street. Okay. This thing. You were starting to make me mad. And it may be me not freaking putting my finger on it quick enough. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We had a blowout. I think I was too worried about watching it. Try to watch it hit the sidewalk that I definitely misjudged that. Just pull the line out. It'll all be fine. It's a 2-pound freaking test. This is probably the last time you see me fish with 2-pound, or use 2-pound test for anything. I'll let the real test stick with this 2-pound and 4-pound test. I'm a braid guy, and I'm an old guy that fishes with 10-pound braid because that's what I can see. I would fish with 8 if I had better vision. On certain setups, I would. What? I hear somebody talking.
Go potty.
Oh, what do I hear?
Bro, where's my mother?
I don't know. So yeah, that hit. We had the brakes all the way up. There's where I normally like the brakes. Let's give it another zing, zing, zing. And then I'm out of here, seriously. Then I'm gone. Okay, I stopped it. Where am I at? Oh, whoa, hang on. I got something. Do you guys see that? Hit the sidewalk. All right, guys, I'm out of here. No backlash. Went back to 4. I honestly think that trout magnet was partially me and not being able to, I don't know. I think it was partially me. Oh my God. I got the line caught. So anyway, comment below at the end of this video if you guys, if somebody's like bound determined that I stick with 2-pound, which I don't know, probably won't listen to you anyway. I'm gonna probably future videos. I'm just gonna get, and I think I'm gonna do. I've been looking at Proberos. If you guys saw that bait I used, Proberos also makes braid. I think I'm gonna get in their braid, maybe the Hercules, doing a little comparison of that. But the camo, they make the regular camo and the blue camo. I'll probably get the regular, but maybe some of the blue and 10-pound. And I don't know. I may get some separate purple, but 10-pound braid. That's probably where you're going to start seeing future tests, even with the trout magnet. And just, we'll see how far I can cast it on 10-pound braid. Now, I've been thinking about, there's an 8-strand, and then somebody recommended, does Cast King make a 13-strand? And I've seen like 12 strands on AliExpress. So I may try one of those just to see if it's a better, smoother, or whatever, but it's probably no big difference over 8. I like the 8-strand Hercules, Proberos, or probably any brand. And I bought some other reels from Jay a while back. Not the same Jay, but Jay off of BFS Fishing, and he had the nano braid. It was all, oh shoot, I forget. All right, I'm out of here. I'll talk about that later. More talk about braid in later videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out, go bass and bonsai. Just get out and whatever you're doing, have fun doing it. I gotta go.